On the news at 3, federal government ASU to sign agreement January 14. INEC faces legal heat over missing 55.9 billion naira 2029 election funds. This is the news at 3. Thank you for joining us. My name is Ibiguni Kalio. River State, treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on Facebook and YouTube. The Rstv online, you can as well subscribe and click the notification bell for updates on our live feeds. River State Governor Sir Siminalayi Fubara has called on residents to remain calm and put their trust in God amidst the rising political tension in the state. The governor of River State gave the assurance during a special interdenominational church service held at Port Harcourt to mark the 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration. Tamnobaribi Ibulubo reports.
It was a special interdenominational church service attended by the military, veterans, families of fallen heroes, and Christian faithful as part of activities of 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration. Governor Fubara said his calm disposition should not be mistaken for weakness, insisting that his confidence is rooted in faith. The governor therefore called for calm against the backdrop of recent political tension in the state, urging residents not to panic as his administration works to sustain peace and stability while holding on to responsible leadership as central to his governance.
Dogs bark when they don't understand. The reason why I don't shout, I don't complain, I know that I have what is supreme, and that is God. So I want everyone to be relaxed. What is important is peace for this dear state, and we'll get it by the special name of God.
Deputy Governor Professor Ngozi Odu also addressed the gathering, calling on citizens to reflect on the legacy they leave behind and to promote unity and harmony in their daily lives. She paid tribute to fallen heroes and veterans, describing their sacrifices as invaluable to the nation.
That we are alive today to remember and celebrate fallen heroes and heroines and the legionnaires that are here. Our Father, Right Most Reverend Blessing Eyindas encapsulated everything by saying that we are remembered by what we have done. It's a thing that will go back and reflect in our hearts. It's a thing that should guide our attitudes, the things we do, how we relate to people, bearing in mind that one day there will be a day of reckoning. A day when people will reflect on what you have done, whether it be good or it be bad. But let us, by God's grace, strive to be remembered for good. And when we do that, we look at life more positively. We do things more positively and more impactful.
The sermon was delivered by the Archbishop of the Niger Delta Province and Bishop of Ikwere Diocese, Most Reverend Blessing Eyinda, with a theme only remembered by what we have done. Drawing from the book of Judges, the Archbishop challenged leaders and citizens to build a legacy of peace and service, comparing the sacrifices of fallen heroes to those of saints and missionaries who laid their lives for a greater cause. The service also featured special intercessory prayers for the armed forces of Nigeria, veterans, families of fallen heroes, as well as prayers for President Bola Tinubu, Governor Fubara, and the River State government. Tamuno Barabi Ibulubo, Rstv News.
Wife of the River State Governor, Lady Valerie Fubara, has declared that the welfare of veterans and the families of fallen heroes remain a moral duty and solemn responsibility for the state government. Lady Fubara made the remark at the Humanitarian Outreach Family and Community Day event for war veterans and their families organized under the Renewed Hope Initiative of the First Lady of Nigeria, Senator Oluremi Tinubu, at Government House, Port Harcourt. Tamnobaribi Ibulubo again tells us more.
The event formed part of activities marking the 2026 Armed Forces Remembrance Day celebration in the state. Lady Fubara pointed to the peace and stability being enjoyed in the country as a result of the extraordinary courage and selfless service of the armed forces.
The Humanitarian Outreach, Family and Community Day stands as a solemn tribute and a compassionate gesture designed to keep alive the memory of our shared history while strengthening the sacred bond between governments, the armed forces, our veterans, and their families. It recognizes not only those who bore arms in battle, but also the families who bore the heavy burden of separation, uncertainty, and immeasurable losses. Across the length and breadth of our nation, our armed forces continue to demonstrate. Unwavering commitment in safeguarding lives, protecting property, and securing critical national assets. Their noble service has contributed immensely to peace, economic progress, and social cohesion. It is therefore both our moral duty and solemn responsibility as a people and as a government to continually honor their sacrifices, support their welfare, and extend compassion and care to their families as a lasting source of encouragement and strength.
She described the bravery of military personnel as the enduring foundation of Nigerians' collective security and assured that the state government will continue to honor sacrifices made by fallen heroes and veterans while also supporting their welfare and extending care to their families.
Today's gathering is a powerful reaffirmation of our collective resolve to stand firmly with our veterans and the families of our fallen heroes. It is our assurance that their sacrifices are etched in our national memory and that their service to our fatherland will never be forgotten nor taken for granted. I trust that the activities of today, from the invigorating aerobic section to the games, cultural performances, and shared moments of fellowship, have brought you joy, renewal, and cherished memories.
The Humanitarian Family and Community Day event featured health screenings and social activities designed to foster civil-military relations. The Remembrance Day activities will commence on Thursday, 15th January, with a traditional wreath laying ceremony at the Azikbo Park Cenotaph. Tamunobarabi Iblubo, Rstv News.
River State, treasure base of the nation. Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news live on Facebook and YouTube at Rstv Online. You can subscribe and click the notification bell for updates. Let's take a short break. We'll be back and the news continues.
I need the police that can respond to emergencies first.
I want the equipment I need to do my job.
I want a police that won't harass or arrest me for no just reason.
I want to be valued for my work, not feared by honest people.
I want a police that won't ask me anything for the boys.
I want a decent salary that is paid on time.
If it happen with good laws,
Proper funding,
Training.
And cooperation.
if it happen,
If it happens.
If it happen.
This is Rstv World News. We bring you world-class news, accurate, first-hand, entertaining, balanced analysis. Rstv, Channel 22 Port Harcourt.
Good to have you join us again. The federal government is set to formally sign an agreement with the Academic Staff Union of Universities following weeks of negotiations. The development may be linked to the percent salary increase for academic staff proposed by the federal government last month and accepted by the union. A circular issued by the Ministry of Education invited Vice Chancellor and registrars of federal universities to witness the signing ceremony scheduled for Wednesday, January 14, 2026 at 11 a.m. at the Tertiary Education Trust Fund's Conference Hall, Abuja. The circular, dated January 5, 2026, was signed by the Director of University Education, Rakia Iliasu, on behalf of the Minister of Education. It was titled Invitation of the Ceremony for the Signing Agreement between the Federal Government and the Academic Staff Union of Universities. The circular, cited by the Ministry's Director Press and the Public Relations Bureau for Lashadi. According to the circular, the signing represents a critical milestone in promoting industrial harmony and improving teaching and learning in our universities. The Socio-Economic Rights and Accountability Project has filed a lawsuit against the Independent Electoral Commission over the alleged mismanagement of 55.9 billion naira intended for the purchase of smart card readers, ballot papers, result sheets, and other election materials for 2029 general election. The allegations highlighted in the Auditor General's latest annual report published September 2025 accused INEC of failing to properly account for funds disbursed to contractors, with several payments allegedly made without supporting documentation or proper approvals. In a suit filed last Friday at the Federal High Court in Abuja, Serap is seeking a court order to compel INEC to disclose the details of the missing funds, including the names of all contractors, directors, and the shareholders, as well as to recover the money. Troops of the Nigerian Army's 13th Brigade have rescued 18 passengers, including 2 infants, following a boat hijacking incident along the Nigerian-Cameroon waterways. The incident occurred on January 11, 2026, when suspected sea pirates hijacked a passenger boat operating along the Kumbo fishing port axis within Cameroonian waters. The attackers reported operating 2 speedboats and a wooden boat abducted passengers who were traveling between Cameroon and Nigeria. In a statement released by the Brigade Assistant Director of Public Relations, Major Yemi Shokoya, and shared on the Army X page on Monday. Similarly, Commander of 13th Brigade, Brigadier General P.O. Alimekena, commended the troops for their prompt and professional response. He urged members of the public to provide useful information to assist the security forces in tackling criminal activities across Rivers State, stressing that community cooperation was vital to sustaining security. The Army said the operation underscored 13 Brigade's commitment to securing lives and maintaining safety along regional waters. That's the size of the bulletin for 3. But do you love and care about Rivers State, the treasure base of the nation? Let's build and take her to greater heights. It's a task we must accomplish. You can watch our news